Hello, and glad to have you here. As you're hopping on, drop in the comment box where you're coming in from and what you think about our topic, which is what keeps you stuck and not moving forward in your business. And we're talking about online, of course, because that's where pretty much everyone is now. I mean, there are other brick and mortar still out there, but there's a lot more people online and makes it a lot busier. So, are you having difficulty? Are you having some challenges being able to keep moving forward in your business and you're not sure what's going on? I have something that I want to talk about today and tomorrow. And today I wanted to talk about fear and how it affects us. And one of the ways that it affects us is when we are unable to move forward, when we just get stuck. So before I go any further, let me introduce myself to those of you that I haven't had the pleasure of meeting. My name is Cherie Woodard, and I help business builders and entrepreneurs to use social media to get prospects, leads, and sales in their business. And I do this in a variety of ways. I use attraction marketing, lead generation, video marketing, as well as updated modern tips and strategies that are trending. So I'm in the trenches with you. So as I'm learning things, then I like to then turn around and bring that on my page in my community that I'm building and want to, be able to help those people that are like me, that were out there having difficulty building the way that they were building. So that's it, like for some people it's difficult to figure out who it is that they want to serve, the audience is that they want to build, the following and that kind of thing. And for me, that's the one thing that I have not had a problem with. Now I've had problems with other stuff. I've been stuck myself and things happen. But when it comes down to who it is I wanted to help, it's been pretty consistent since I started this mentorship program in this awesome company that I'm in as far as learning and growing. And I call it an educational company as well because I'm continuing to learn new skills. Skill sets are important when building a business. It's not, like I thought it was. And once I learned that it takes skills, and I went about to learn those, and I'm still in the process of learning those. And let me turn this way. I must have hit something or whatever. You don't want to see that hole in my wall. Anyway, um, so as we are talking, I'd like for you guys to let me know what you think about this topic. Are you stuck? Have you been stuck? And if you were, what happened? How did you get out of it? Um, Today, I wanted to cover fear. And fear is something that holds people back. It keeps you from moving to where you want to go. And that could be for a variety of different reasons. Variety of different reasons. Some people are afraid of what other people might say about them. Some are frustrated and concerned and about what their family might think, about what their friends may think, and there are certain things that I was concerned about as well, but my family pretty much knew what I was doing. They just didn't understand it. And some of my family members did get involved to help me, but you know, those companies that I was in before I got here into this mentorship educational company, I just I was just like, something's got to give, nothing's working, and I'm doing everything they told me to do, and I on top of that leaving my boys at home to fend for themselves, which I really really didn't like. um I needed to be a mom to them and do the best that I could for them, and being out there running around chasing people in the malls and going to parking lots, putting flashy expensive information in their driver's side window. I mean, and none of that netted me anything. So I decided that I wanted to do something different. So that is how I got to where I am. And that's how I got to be online and to go live. And I learned all of these skills, and I'm still learning skills because you can never know enough as far as I'm concerned. And if you have any questions at all, then let me know. Drop it in the chat and I'll answer you. Or, I may be able, I'm not sure if I can answer you right away, but I think I can. And if I can, then, we'll do that. If not, you can always direct message me in Messenger. But when we're talking about fear, some people are so fearful of moving forward in different things like, stuff that they haven't done. There are some people that still aren't going live. There are some people that are so afraid of what people may say about how they look, or what they, how they sound, or they're concerned with how they look and how they sound, and they don't want to get out there and do that. And I remember the first time I heard my voice over, excuse me, over a recording that I did when I was setting up my voicemail. And this was a long time ago. And I was like, oh my gosh. And people kept telling me that I had a really nice voice and I should do radio and that kind of stuff. And when I first heard myself, I was like, oh my gosh. So, I can kind of understand, excuse me. So I can kind of understand where, those who are coming from, that area of, I'm afraid of, how I sound, I'm afraid of how I look. But I learned during, my time here, I've learned a lot of information, a lot of things that help me, a lot of information that helps to open my mind to things. And one of them was be myself, so instead of being fearful and fretful, I just decided I didn't want to do and there's the fight or flight that we have. I didn't want to run. I wanted to stay and learn. And so I had to learn that it was okay to be uncomfortable and it was okay to be me. I'm not a person that really wears makeup. Every now and then I'll put on some lipstick, but most of the times I don't. I did when I was younger, but now it's not so much of a big deal to me. I don't know why, but it's just not. I like who I am. I'm thankful for, what I have and how I look. Um, I am, I just, when you learn to love yourself, you love you and how you look and how you present yourself. And that's just really important. So the other thing I wanted to tell you was fear is not real. It's not, it's like people are so afraid of things. And then when they actually, because I've seen people do this in Helen Martin's, her video class that she does. And people will come in there and some people will start, but they don't finish. Some people start and then they say, because they were so afraid that, they tell her, and, there's a part when we talk in meetings, about, their information and how they did. And I get to listen to some of their videos and what have you. They say they don't know why they were so afraid, and that's the whole thing. It's, fear is something that is not real, and I mean it can be, but mostly it's us and how we're feeling on the inside, and so we're fearful without really having a cause. Fear, I look at, and this is the definition that I like of it, fear is false evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. That's the first one that I learned a long time ago when I started reading books and wanting to help myself to be a better person and what have you. And, but fear is not something, don't let it conquer you. Don't let it keep you from moving forward. Because for me, it did that. And I, stopped so much focusing on, me. And I've heard my mentors and leaders say this, and they say this all the time: get out of your own way and allow, what needs to happen to happen. get out of your own way, get out of your own head. I'm one of those people that I think sometimes too much, and I'm like, okay, if I do this, is that going to be, should I do this? But it's better to just be able to come on out with it and get going and see how it goes. I mean, none of us are going to be perfect, especially, we'll never be perfect. Let me put that out there. But none of us are starting out as like we woke up, and all of a sudden we know everything. Like some of those science fiction things you see on TV, and that somebody will just, put in a tape and they stand there, and then next thing you know, they got all that information in their head or their, whatever. So that's to me that those types of things are funny, and I like those types of movies, but it's important to for me and maybe for you as well, that you don't let that fear control you. Step out in courage, knowing that you're still afraid, but do it anyway. And that is something, that I hear my mentor say all the time. Don't let fear stop you. Don't let it, what other people may say about you stop you. If they're not paying your bills, if they're not doing this and that for you, then, they shouldn't have anything to say. So I'm going to go on and I'm not seeing anything in the chat. Remember, I want to know what you think. I want to know how you feel about this topic and if anything I said helped you. And that would be great to know. And it's not, just that I want you to put a post out there, but I want you to let me know, communicate with me, let me know if I've helped at all. If you need me to go deeper, then we can always get on Messenger and talk a little bit more. But I'm going to go on and get off here now, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow, and we'll do some more conversation about what keeps you stuck and keeps you from moving forward in your business. So we'll talk soon. Bye now.